What can individuals do in light of these scenarios?
Well, there are two things in terms of positioning yourself to be relatively safe from all of this. The best things you can do is avoid a job where you're doing something that is routine and repetitive and predictable, right? You don't want to be coming to work and doing the same kinds of things again and again. If you've got a job that you feel is boring, then that's probably a warning, right? That your what you're doing could very well be threatened. So the best things to be doing are things that involve genuine creativity, where you're coming up with new ideas, building something new. Things that really involve lots of deep interaction with other people, where you're building relationships, maybe forms of empathy like a nurse or a doctor might have, or in the business world, really working with clients and building those strong relationships. And a third area that seems to be relatively safe are skilled trade type jobs that really require lots of mobility and dexterity in unpredictable environments, things like electricians, plumbers, these kinds of things. It's going to be really hard to build a robot in the foreseeable future that's going to do this type of work. So if you're doing something that's very unpredictable and non-routine and requires some level of skill, then that's going to be relatively safe. But all of these things I'm thinking in terms of the next few decades. Once we go beyond that, there's really nothing that you can say is completely safe. I mean, in my book, Rise of the Robots, I give examples, for example, of creative algorithms. They're already building algorithms that are exhibiting some level of creativity, right? There are computer programs that have written original symphonies and do electronic design work and paint original works of art and things like this. So computer creativity is something that's already happening. It's obviously going to get better. It's not impossible that 20 years from now, the most creative, quote, brain on the planet might be a machine and not a human being.